In this video, we'll take a look at Nelly Korda's golf swing, and in spite of a bit of a quirky left arm action through impact, she does have it really working this week. And of course, at her age, she is on track to be dominant in years to come. So talking about this left arm a little bit as she goes back, certainly great fundamentals, super tall player, 5'10". Definitely looks like she is left arm dominant for sure. Super wide, great wind up. And this is very interesting. I'd love to know her total background from early in her career, because as she goes back, her right arm is so wide back here, it barely folds to 90 degrees. And then as she starts down, does have a great transition, but it gets relatively narrow. So tons of lag, of course. She hits it really far. Great stats. Ball striking and power. So tons of lag. Gets a little narrow coming in sometimes. But with all that lag, almost too much to some degree, where you can see this arm starting to bow out. And that arm gets trapped sometimes. It doesn't really have a chance to get into the body and release at the right time. And it finally gets into the body there after the impact zone. But with the combination of the club face and grip, she's certainly worked out the timing for that. Anyone who's tall really has to figure out the angles of their swing. And certainly, if she was tall enough early enough in her life, that's good. She can start to work on those angles. If you're a late grower, it's harder to do. But as she comes down, we can see the left arm in perfect position in terms of grip and club face. So the face is slightly more closed relative to the grip position and wrist position. We know it's slightly narrow coming in here, but look at the plane, just dead on. And there, that club face, perfect. Shaft, perfect. Right on the forearm. And like I said, with that left hand leading in that bowing action, now she's in perfect position with a square club face and a bowed grip, or bowed wrist rather, to just rotate through and release it. And once again, there are times where I'm sure that left arm getting out there away from the body and not folding quick enough can cause trouble. But clearly, she is figuring out how to make it work at the highest level. For this particular week, she said a change in mentality has been very helpful, listening to Bubba Watson talk about being less perfectionistic, or making it to where golf isn't the only thing in your life, putting it in perspective. And maybe that's given her better rhythm, because her rhythm is amazing. She doesn't look like she's trying to overpower the ball, although she's killing it. She just looks like she's in great rhythm, perfect balance, just dialed in, hitting darts in there. The most underrated part of her game, in my opinion, is certainly her putting. She is a very good putter. She's got the left hand low these days. Hasn't always had that, but left hand low. Super comfortable looking at address. We love all the lines here. Shaft line, forearm line. Like I said, just the relaxation look there at address, where nothing looks tight or tense. Looks great. One more look at the setup position here. We can just see the perfect lines. Not too tight here, looks sort of rounded, doesn't look sort of rigid in any way. Very relaxed, eyes directly down at the ball, right over it. Just a great setup position, and like a lot of players these days, left hand low, really allowing the putter to work properly through impact. One last look at the putting stroke here. Once again, forearm right down the shaft. Face square in the takeaway. Handle pushing through, no flipping of the wrist there. Just really good stuff. Can't wait to see what happens for the final round on Sunday. So one more quick look here, that left arm as it's bowing out away from the body here. And to watch that as time goes by, will that change, or does she have the angles figured out good enough that when her rhythm is good, she's able to keep that club face coming in properly? Because as you can see here, there's a lot of shaft lean there, probably more than you would want to have for most players to get that back to square at impact. One last look at a tee shot here, fairway wood, but over the time it looks like her legs are working better now than they did a few years ago. Even though she's super young, she's been out there for a while, and she looks like she gets down into the legs better now than she used to. And I think that's allowing her to have better timing and better control of the swing through the impact zone. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks again for watching. Once again, if it is your first time to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and if you like the video, hit the like button as well, and we'll see you in the next one.